Okay, if you're in, I have quite a bit of updates for you. What's really the purpose of having this open if it's dark outside? I have a plant. Yeah, and his name is. I forgot his name. Oh, yes, his name is Wall. Yeah, because it's a Walla Walla. You Walla Walla onion. Walla and Bill. They're both boys. I remember planting my food, but it never grew, which is super depressing. I have cut out pictures of art, which apparently calmed me down. Especially this one right here. I have grapes. This calms me down. This does too. This makes me feel happy because it makes me feel happy with myself. This one calms me down. This one reminds me about the existence of other places on Earth. This reminds me of home. Also, I have begun Sector 3 for my art, which is not just insane looks. Also, with the HD2978J, a new planner was added. HD2978Z. Wait, this is one of the few ones that I actually have not put a little tiny thing in the back. This is towards the end of Sector 2. This is one of my personal favorite games that I've unlocked very much recently. Also gotten very much recently. It's Fallout Shelter for my Xbox One. I'm happy that I actually discovered its existence. A stuffed animal. Just because. Just kidding, it actually calms me down a lot. Her name is Purple Puppy. She's a year older than me. Bravo. Yeah, those two apparently calm me down. This one I really don't know what I should do with it. Looks like I actually forgot to finish off Sector 3. No, whatever, I'm just gonna have to wait for 2 weeks from now. Chucky. Fritzy. Purple Puppy. They're both very old. I got them when I was a young boy. The newest one is Reddy. Yes, that is that's his name. Reddy. The snake. Reddy the red snake. Also. Reddy the red snake actually apparently belongs in here, same with Chucky. Cause I'm running out of space because of my bins. My Xbox, my ever expanding need of a plant in my room just to keep me sane, keep me company and stuff. Although I do have a cat, my door is like 20% closed. So, almost forgot. A 16 a Windows Solid 6, I am losing track now, a 7-inch naval gun. This is its shell attached on charge. This is the charge end. It's supposed to connect in perfectly. If you to go any further, just sits in the barrel nice and comfy. This is a HV. This is a HVAC, or high velocity anti-concrete high explosive. This thing blows the living crap out of concrete, or anything really. It's fired at it really. If you didn't know what the size of the warhead is this entire cone. This is just there to keep, not just to keep the shell stabilized, also to keep the shell to fly farther. It's an ingenious shell design, I have to be honest with. It's 6-inch. This thing's supposed to be 1 naval inch larger than the. Since I pretty much lost all track, this thing was supposed to be 37 millimeters larger than the Yamato's main guns, which I forgot the naval inch size on, mainly because my memory lasts as long as the lifespan of an atom. So yeah, another breach for it. It has larger. It actually has an attachment point for it to be attached onto things like the TF9, the TF920. Oh my god, I can't pronounce it. The TF190 mainframe. The TF190 is an Audi. Let me make the TF190 real quick. Just give me 10. Mom, I'm on a stream I'm making a stream right now. I know the dinner's here. Just let me finish the stream. Sorry about that too really quickly. And oh my god. Just give me more of him. You. The TF190 actually is TF190. So the TF190 is apparently a cute Audi. Cute looking Audi. Doesn't mean it actually is cute. Tiny or inefficient and able to attack, because it's a Audi with a naval guns. It's pretty much a tracked system with a naval gun slapped on it. Its original caliber used to be this, but then it was upgraded to much bigger, much more high velocity, more damage dealing shell. And I stepped on a blackberry. How interesting. Sorry about that. The shell is much larger. Deals more damage. And has much longer range than whatever this little guy was. Pew. I love this TF-192. And no, that actually is not the recoil on the thing affecting this thing. It's actually more like this. Fires knocks the tank back and causing the spent shell, which actually is supposed to look a little like this when it fires. Kaplam. Since this is a charge and this is a shell, this is a charge and this is a shell base and this is a warhead, all you get from afterwards is this little thing. It flies back, but don't even think about being behind this thing when it fires, because this thing flies back. Since there's no breach door, this is the breach you get. This thing flies back as fast as this flies out of the barrel. So have fun trying to recover this thing after it has fired, because this goes over 1300 meters a second. Same with this little thing, just that it loses speed more faster because it's not as aerodynamic. Might think, why this design? Well, it's actually supposed to suppress the recoil. Since this thing's 100% unable to house any springs of any sort inside the main frame, just to have this thing fire, and also supposed to be able to hold the engine, all sorts of stuff, because the transmission is pretty much this entire block. This thing is very, very, very nightmarish to traverse. Seriously, that's its traverse, but its elevation is quite good. That's the only downside with the elevation. Yes, the tracks are meant to do that. This thing is unable to have any elevation of any sort on its own. It relies on its mainframe. That's hence why this design was made. The armor on this is pretty much wet napkins. 7.62s can penetrate this. But you don't have to worry, because the only crew inside this is pretty much the gunner. Yes, the gunner makes the gun elevate, fires the gun, and drives all at once. It's a single crew member. Which apparently is why I don't want to put this in War Thunder, plan to, because that will break the 2 crew member rule. Unless you prefer to have a gunner and a driver, which would make a lot more sense, because you don't want to make the gunner live through a nightmare. One last thing before I go. Give it. Since I cheaply made the TF-192, so yummy. Sorry. I cheaply made the TF-192. I just simply used that and a bipod. One more thing, sorry. I think, what is this? This is the 37mm this is the 37mm RDRK RDRK 32. The 37mm RDRK cannon. You might think, what's the purpose of this? This thing is not a autoloader, but this thing has a 3.7 second reload. Oh, that's normal for a 37mm. But this thing fires pretty much miniature versions of these HVAPAC shells for anti-tank purposes, and for anti-aircraft HVAC fused. Pretty much, this thing pretty much explodes after a set time for a shell. This thing can pretty much pilot snipe anything you'll see, or one-shot any panther or tiger or whatever you see. The reason why it doesn't have been nerfed is because, guess what? This thing's breach is literally made out of butter. Its own firing can damage it. If damaged slightly, when it fires, this thing pretty much deletes the breach. That is the breach, so it deletes that, leaving it with only something like this left in condition properly. So have fun repairing this thing, because this thing takes the same amount of time to reload a KV2 to repair a breach in this. That's why it's not nerfed. And pizza. Sorry, JK. And these were the original pedals that were on Tully. If you do not know who Tully is, which only Steve Fire knows who Tully is. She was a tulip, as her name implies. She had a flower cut off and her roots cut off, so she was pretty much a stem for a few weeks or months, I forgot. But she was sitting exactly right here for a while. I miss her, to be honest. Well, now I have these.